Good evening. Hi everyone. Welcome in this session. We will talk about important feature in TreeShade related to the local server, not to Creative Cloud applications. So in this session we will not talk about Adobe Creative Cloud, and we will focus on local server and how you can use TS tag to dynamically birth the content to dynamic website. So let's start. A quick introduction. Here we are talking about software. It's called TreeShade. And this software I have developed over 10 years and it's totally free. You can install from Adobe Exchange, but you can run on Adobe Bridge, and Adobe Bridge doesn't require subscription, so you need just an Adobe account, and you can download Adobe Bridge free. The software TreeShade also free. After installing and starting Adobe Bridge, TreeShade will ask you to create root folder for your project to be in one place. Like here, I have created this root folder, TRST, inside the partition. This folder created automatically, and within this folder put your project files and edit them. So inside workshop, not inside the root folder directly. But here in the root folder you will find main.js to execute as a local server. So here you will find this file, main.js. Install Node.js from Google, it's free, and execute this file. To connect the local server to a URL, to a domain, you need service. Here I have ngrok. You can use also free, but the domain will be random. You need to change, maybe depending on session, if you close and open again, you get a new domain, or depending on time, I'm not sure. But for me, I make subscription about $8 monthly, and I connected to a specific domain, this ts.darwatan.com.sa. Okay, let's start. So inside workshop we have folder called test for testing. Let's open test. Here we have in design document, let's delete because we don't want to talk about InDesign. From TreeShade menu, select Move to Trash. This command is recommended better than trash command with TreeShade, because this command enables TreeShade to trace the modification. Okay. Now we have this text file online, and this text file you can create by executing template command here from submenu, new, select online to get online form. But to reveal the online form, you need to execute the local server and also execute the service that you want to use, and you need to open the domain only once, at least once, to open so TreeShade record the domain name. And after that, you just you need to double click on this text file that have this ts_key. If you double click, you can open the online form. Okay, here we have data, but in this session we will not talk about this. For our example, let's make CSV file. Let's open this contact. Let's copy and put here. Let's put inside data. Not necessary to be inside data, but it's better to organize files. Let's delete these. Okay. This CSV file have a demo for employees contact. We have name, position, and email. 3 columns. Okay. Now let's host HTML file. So inside test, from TreeShade menu, we have template file for HTML. These files installed with the software, and we need index. Okay. Now we have index.html. Because we put index, we will get a button for the HTML file to open or to preview on the same page. You can open in separated file, in separated page, or you can split the window here. On the left for content and on the right for preview. What we want to do is insert dynamically the content of the employees in the HTML page and we will try TStack, how we can use TStack. So let's open index.html. And here in main, let's write TStack. Okay, inside it, you can write the path to the content files, and you can use regular expression in the path to get multiple files in one folder or in separated folders, because you can use regular expression in any part of the path. And there are variables you can use. You can find in main.js file these variables. This file have about 5,000 lines of code, and it's totally free. Here at top, you can use any of these variables. Root path, parent relative, file complete, file name complete, and here a pure file name, display, because you can put inside square brackets at the end of file name, display part, used as label for fields in the online form, and also you can use for friendly name for content to be used. Here file level. File level means how much the file nested inside subfolders relative to the project. And here you have time variables. All these you can use in the path. Let's go back here. And let's now include the whole CSV file just for testing. So let's see relative to the file index.html where the CSV file. So here the index.html, inside data, contact sample. Let's copy. So // data, and then contact sample. But here you need to write the extension like / dot to escape the dot, because here we are using regular expression except the first dot for the relative path. So, but you can also write dot plus to ignore the rest of the file. You can write only contacts, no need for sample. Okay, now let's save. And let's refresh. the page. You can close and open. Here we don't have the content of the CSV file. We have the path. So what we need to do is to write the type of TS tag. At the end of the content of the TS tag, write place. Just place without closing. Here it's important to place the content of the file, because here you can write URL for image to place the URL of the image, and that's used mainly in src attribute in the image tag. So write place and save. Okay, now we have the content, but without any formatting, because we placed the CSV file as it. So what we can do, we can write this TS tag any place in the file, any location. It's not necessary to be inside PP. So let's write here. But we need to add ID to, instead of placing the content in the same place of TST tag, we save to an ID that we can use later. So here we can write ID underscore, then its name contact, or any name you want, only opening tag. Now if we save, nothing will be displayed, because the content saved in the variable in memory, but it's not used. So here, or at any place of in the file, you can write TS tag and then write ID, but instead of underscore, ID, instead of underscore, write hashtag. Because now the content will replace this. But here we don't need TS tag. You can write directly. And by the way, you can use this ID anywhere in your project files. If index load the content, you can use this anywhere. Let's save. Okay, the same thing. Now what we want to do is to split the content here. How we can do that? You can do that by adding TS tag like this. And here after the opening, exactly, write ID, hashtag, then the ID name, then write slash, and then the separator. You can add sequence of separators for dimensions. We have a new line, I think, between the lines, and then slash again, and we have comma. Okay, that's it. So we determine the ID and determine the sequence of separators. Now here inside you can write any text, any information, and use tags like row to place the row, only opening, or you can use cell, but here you need to determine any cell, the first one, the second. Let's try cell 1. Let's save. Nothing displayed. I think we need to determine the cell. If you want the cell number, you need to write hashtag. If you want to search in the cells, like give me the cell that have at, I think now the emails will be listed only the emails. Let's see only the emails listed without any separator between them, because we write a text, and this text matched by searching. It's not necessary to be the whole result, but part of it. So here you can write number 1, the first cell. Okay, so how we can now format the table? Let's suppose now we want to list only paragraphs of the emails. So now this is the email. And we write paragraph and put the cell inside. Okay, that's it. We get name because we write number 1, the first column. In the contact, this is number 1, name. So to get the email, we need to write 3. Anyway, we now understand how we can do that. So let's format the CSV as table. How we can do that? Let's go to W3 schools. W3 school, I think. No. W3 schools. No, that's it. There's a problem in the site. Okay, let's copy this. And let's put here. So at first we need a table. So write table before the distributing ts tag and one at the end. So this is the beginning and this is the end. And here the record will be repeated. And then what we need table row. So let's copy this. This is table head. So we need to write this table head at the beginning. Here. And let's write name, job, then email. As the CSV file. Name, position, and email. Name, position, and email. Okay, and now let's copy any of these table row. And now we don't need this. So what we want now, this is the first cell for the name. So we put this here. And here number 2. And here number 3. And no need for this. Okay, that's it. Let's try now. There is something wrong. Let's check the problem here. Let's check page source. Name, then before the name number and year number. What is this number? Let's try to delete these. And also this. The same problem. Is there something conflict between TS tag and any of table tags? TR, TD, table data. Let's try to delete these. Just for testing. That's the problem. So we have issue with TD. Why TD doing that? Did I use this for any tag? TS, but not TD. Time decimal. That's it. I already use this variable for time decimal. So here the conflict. The time decimal displayed. So what we can do, we need to change this variable to different to avoid conflicting. Okay, that's it. Time decimal. Because we use the variable. We can be restrict and force to be capital letters if it's abbreviation, or we can add E like TDE for time decimal or anything of that. Where we can modify this here I write G I. If we remove this I, then it must be capital letters. but I don't want to modify just for time decimal. Okay, anyway, let's modify main.js and execute again. Now let's try again. Let's save. And let's close and open. Okay, that's it, the table. Okay, that's enough for this session. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.